Oh, okay, cool. I think we are live. Hey, everyone. How are you guys doing? I'll take that as all good. Yeah, I need to lean out of it a bit. All right, okay, well, let's wait for the questions. Is there a theme we're going with today?
Well, it's up to you. Have you got anything in mind?
I don't know. I think let's just give it a couple of minutes. Let's see what people say.
Yeah, I'm just going to click on it and check it's all working. Yeah, it is.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm using a new mic today. I'll take that as a yes. Can you?
Well, I haven't checked the sound. Mohammed.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
it's
working.
Definitely working. Cool.
I can hear you.
Nice. Thanks, Mohammed. Oh, I think I changed the autofocus, so it's it blurs you out. Yeah, I prepped I have to say, I prepped this shoot today just for myself because Nicole said she wasn't gonna join, but then she decided to join, so now I'm trying to navigate the autofocus area, and I'm gonna make it super wide. All right, hopefully that's a bit better.
Yeah, that's in focus.
Ooh, what's happening to my hair?
Hi, Teslim.
Hey, Teslim.
That's his name.
All right, cool. Hey, everyone. I don't know what I want to talk about today, so I'm going to take away everything that Nicole can fidget with first, because she'll take my office apart with anything she has.
Life of a data analyst. Hey, Super Trio, Jack for all trades.
Hey, Jack for all trades. Oh, yeah, we're using this mic today. It's Rode mic, so it's portable. Hand the mic over to each other.
The third one is under the desk, but he's minding his own business down there.
All right, let's see. Mohammed, Hamza, been following you guys for a while. You're studying a master's in data analytics. Nice, cool. Oh, in London, yeah. Well, next time, if I'm ever in London, which I am sometimes, I'll let you know, or I'll just post about it, and anyone can come and have a coffee with me if you guys are up for it. So I'll even pay for the coffee. I'll be that generous.
Very nice. $10. Hi, Mo and Nicole. Hope you guys are doing good, and I love Nicole's office tour. Yeah, we do have very different office setups, don't we? Mine's a bit more. Well, mine's just my own space, so very lucky to have it.
All right, Mohammed, shoot, come on, if you have a couple questions, because I don't really have a theme for today, as long as it's not the questions that we always answer.
Oh my goodness, sorry.
I'm trying to take, there's nothing left on my desk now. I'm trying to take away everything.
It's mindless fiddling, sorry. Yeah, all questions, just put them in the chat.
Yeah, all right. Let's see, question number 1 for today. How a new one should learn data after all the AI tools, or I guess, how should you learn data with all the AI tools? Should we learn the AI tools or same from, I presume that start from scratch? So Mohammed, first of all, thank you so much for the question. And second of all, I actually have a video coming out next week talking about stakeholder management and communication. So I think if you ask a question, try your best to type the question in a way that it's easy for me to understand and read. But I think I get the gist of it. With the new AI tools coming out, I think you can introduce a new way of learning. You can enhance the way you learn, but I wouldn't recommend just basing your knowledge on AI, because then you know nothing, right? So imagine this. It's imagine person 1 knows Excel, SQL, and Tableau and Power BI in and out, and they know how to work with complex data sets, and then they use AI to enhance their data analysis workflow. If you know nothing about working with data in general, how do you even prompt the AI tools, and how do you even know what to look for? So say, for example, I think about a decade, well, just over a decade of experience working with data, and this is my 6th year working in the financial services industry. So when I go prompt the AI tool, I can guarantee you I can prompt it better than you because I have real life industry experience and I've been doing this for quite a while. Whereas, say, for example, I'm not saying you are a coffee shop owner, but you could be a coffee shop owner. And then I ask you to, develop an end-to-end automated data pipeline for me. Now, if you have no data knowledge, even with AI, you're not going to get far. So learn the basics and learn them really well. Incorporate AI into your workflow to make it easier. But what I use it for nowadays mostly is just whenever I need a code, but I don't know the syntax, I just quickly ask it. If I forget a function or something, ChatGPT is great because it's going to give me the explanation as well. So that's what I use it for. That's Rocket in the background. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's chilling. Okay, my love, you want to answer the next one?
Where are we?
I'll ask you the question. Ihunayachi Oladapo, can I drop the question? Drop the question.
Yeah.
Okay, Suban is asking, hey, can I work as a remote part-time data analyst, or are these positions more like full-time?
I'm not aware of any part-time personally. I'm only ever looking for full-time, so I haven't come across many because it's not what I'm looking for personally. But at work, I do have part-time workers in my direct team. They're not specifically data analysts, they're business analysts. They work part-time and they're not fully remote, but they do have a hybrid role. So there's lots of different variations. I think sometimes it takes a little bit longer to find that right role for yourself, or those few roles that are suitable for you to apply for. But I would definitely keep looking. There's always going to be options out there. What do you think?
Yeah, sorry, I just realized we're not in the middle. We're in the middle now. Cool. All right. What do I think on this?
About having as a part-time data.
Definitely easier to find full-time roles because I haven't come across a remote part-time data analyst role. But that doesn't mean that there aren't any out there. I just haven't come across them. Okay, next question. Jack for all trades, returning customer to these live streams, I must say. What are the 3 gadgets you cannot live without? Do you want to go first?
You go first. Let me have a think.
I'll make it really simple right now. Phone, mouse, keyboard. Yeah.
Okay, mine would be headphones, phone, and in winter hand warmer because I'm always cold.
Okay, that's a good one as well. But to be honest, I have way more than 3 gadgets. So gadgets right now I cannot live without. It would be all the way to my so you see I have my Mac here. So my Mac definitely. Microphones, like I've got a couple mics now, so depending on what kind of stuff we record, but I got a mic here. Obviously, we have this mic here. I've got another mic here. One in the background. Anyway, there's a lot of like cameras, computers, anything tech, basically. I cannot live without my tech because I need my tech to do my 9 to 5. And then after I finish my 9 to 5, I need my tech to do my 5 to 9. Yeah.
Very good way to explain it.
Nice. Good question. Jack for all trades.
Mohammed, how do I identify what values to compare when analyzing data? I think it depends on what the primary ask is. So, if you want to look at performance, then you can see growth rates. And that's, if there's priorities within an organization or focus on a project, it may be gross profit, it may be invoice sales. It really is something that you identify in the ask, the primary ask.
Yeah. All right. Next up, $10. I have been learning SQL, and I'm saying SQL because some people always tell me off when I say SQL. I got all the hate in the comments, but feel free. I'm going to say SQL now, and feel free, just go away and hate in the comments. This is how I know I'm getting well, I wouldn't say big, but I guess relatively biggish, that I do get a lot of haters. No, not a lot of haters, but I would say out of every 20 comments, 25, 50.
It's very rare.
Rare? Oh, okay. Well, I'll say 1 out of every 50. I'll just say a number here.
They make me so mad.
Yeah, they usually hate on me for whatever reason. I have no idea. But yeah, they do. And on LinkedIn as well, I got my first hater this week. So, or maybe I had a hater before, I just didn't read the comments, and now sometimes I go and read the comments. But yeah, I feel like it's an achievement because someone actually hates me enough now on LinkedIn
They
as
don't
well.
hate you, they just...
Well, they have nothing better to do. But anyway, $10, back to your question. So I have been learning SQL for a few months, and now I want to move on to learning visualization tools. Which is the best visualization tool right now?
I think the most widespread is probably Tableau. And I love Power BI, so that's... I don't want to be biased in this situation, but I think a lot more organizations utilize Tableau. There's a lot more resources and community on Tableau out there. But, if the companies you're interested in use a specific one, then maybe you should focus on those.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's not much I can say about this. Tableau or Power BI, go with one of them. They're the most popular. Next question.
Mohammed.
You can read the questions on your phone now.
I know, but I'm looking forward and I don't want to take it to the side.
Okay.
1, I have about 2.5 years of experience as product analyst and a product
No, you missed the question. That's the question, the one I'm highlighting.
Sorry, Mohammed, I'll get to yours. Chandram. Hello, Mo. I'm BA English Honours student and I want to become a data analyst and get a job. So it's possible to get a job as a data analyst. What does that say?
I think in the data analyst field, guys.
Field as BA background student, please help me or suggest me.
Okay, so again, Chandram, first of all, thank you so much for being here. But second of all, come on, guys. Word your questions. Nicole and I are spending our free time here for absolutely no charge, and I'm not forcing anyone to come here. So she actually gave me a tap, and I'll give this one away. I'm sorry, it is my channel, and I think sometimes I don't want to be harsh. I do want to help every single one of you, but if I put in the effort, I think I would expect you to put in the effort to write a question that at least is not hard for me to understand. But yeah, no, Chandram, just to help you, sorry, I didn't mean to be harsh or anything. The quickest way to do it is to follow some kind of roadmap, like learn only the things that are applicable. So you could start, you should start with Excel, learn SQL, then some kind of visualization tool, and those are just the technical skills. Now, on the top of that, you're gonna need analytical skills and critical thinking, because just learning technical skills and aimlessly doing things is probably not the best idea, because you won't be able to identify business problems. You don't know where to start. Now, there's numerous ways to do this, and you can do it the completely free way by researching a bunch of topics. So this is really easy. You hear a keyword, and then you go and Google that keyword, or you find some YouTube videos and you learn everything about it. Like if I tell you Power Pivot, boom, okay, you go Google Power Pivot and then you YouTube Power Pivot and you learn everything around it. Or, and this is going to be a quick plug here, close your ears if you don't want to hear it. This is my ultimate data roadmap. I have everything with soft skills, analytical thinking, communication, all of the technical skills, Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Python, you name it, I have it in there. So I condensed it down. It includes all the soft skills that you need as well, along with domain knowledge. You can check that out if you want to. It is a paid service. It is not cheap, but will it get you closer to your goals really quick? Yes, absolutely. Or just go away and watch all of my free content, especially the portfolio project videos, because those will give you hands-on learning rather than just doing XLOOKUPs for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, we had a friend over recently, and he's in the data. He has a data career, and he used a roadmap. And what did he say? It wasn't your roadmap.
Yeah, no, he's a software engineer, and he's the kind of person who never pays for anything in his life. Sam, you're probably not watching this because it's, what time is it? 12 o'clock in California. He's probably sleeping. He doesn't get up early. But yeah, Sam's the kind of person who never pays for anything, not a single dollar. He paid about $300 for a roadmap, and he became a software engineer following the roadmap. So I think that is the difference. And there will always be people who are not willing to pay for something. But I honestly think, and I'm not saying you should pay for everything. You shouldn't, but pick and do your research on what you buy and make sure you make that count. It's like, imagine when you buy a MacBook, right? You do your research and you buy your MacBook because it's a premium product, and then you use it for quite a long time. And this is the way I think about paid and free resources. Like free resources are great, and honestly, it's what I used until I started working. The moment I started working, I had some money and I invested back into myself. I actually paid out of my own pocket, how much? Like $1,500, maybe even more, to take the Chartered Financial Analyst Level 2 exam, which I didn't even end up taking in the end because my career pivoted another way. But that just goes to show that that was an investment into my own abilities. And yeah, I thought it was worth it. So Chandrim, this is honestly my honest opinion. Like, if you're really smart and you can learn quick, then you can do it through learning free resources relatively quickly, because you can learn so quick that you can even learn the unnecessary stuff, and then you'll still have time and you'll be on time. But if you want to do it the quick way and you have a little bit of money, then go with my roadmap. Or if you want something with like a certification, then actually Course Careers and I have been partnering for quite a while now. Their course is genuinely good, so I stand behind it. It is good. You can go get it. You hate it, they'll refund you. Probably, I would say.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they should. But anyway, they're free. They have a free introductory data analytics course, so you can actually try the entire service for free. And if you don't like it, you just don't pay for it, right? You can try the free course. If you like it, you do it. So they cover Excel, SQL, and Tableau. And honestly, it's a great one. It's the one I usually recommend to anyone who comes to me. It won't even cost you a fortune like other boot camps and stuff. So that is the quick way to do it. And that is my honest opinion. You can absolutely do it just using the free way. I made 3 or 4 videos just on how I'd become a data analyst in 2023, 2024. I'll probably make another one in 2025, in 2026, and you could follow those as well. But it'll definitely take you longer.
I think we should move on to the next ones.
Oh, okay.
Because we're already 16 minutes in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And sorry, guys, by the way, I'm going to cap the session again at 1 hour.
Yeah, so let's keep it a bit shorter for each of the questions.
You can read the questions on your phone.
I know, I can see them now. Mohammed, number 1, I have about 2.5 years of experience as a product analyst and a product manager. How can I integrate AI into my workflow other than help with coding? That's interesting.
Oh, really easy. Just go for ideation. So this is what I use any kind of AI tool now, really, is that it's great at doing the basic stuff and giving you listicles. And if you're a product manager, I mean, just look for ways to like, how can I go to market quicker? 10 ideas to go to market quicker, or 10 ideas on what I should call my product. And then boom, it'll just give you a starting point. It's so much easier to do your work because you already have something to start off from, rather than just sit there and be like, okay, where do I start from? So it's a really good thing for me when I have a blank canvas and I want to kind of just quickly throw something on the canvas, let it be code, ideas, anything. And just use it for that. I'll give you a couple of use cases. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this question, but say, for example, coding, obviously one thing. Another thing that I use it for, and this is a really simple one, when I try and script a video, I just type in, I'm like, oh, okay, give me a couple bullet points. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. When it's bad, I just bin the whole thing. And when it's good, I keep the best parts of it. That's another use case. Yeah.
I'm not too sure what the next question.
Okay, I'll go with the next question. So Mohammed Omer. Hey, Mohammed. There's a lot of Mohammeds here. Okay, I don't think that's a question. Yeah. All right. All right, let's see. My love, I think YouTube. You look at it on your phone, because I feel like your eye's going to pop out this way. Yeah, so it's just...
Where were you? Oh, I've got it. YouTube is not allowing me to drop. I'm not too sure. Can I answer?
Okay, I've some... okay.
Oh, here we go. Honiyachi. I'm learning SQL, and I was given an assignment. The question was asked to get the teams in the England Premier League from a FIFA database. I know I can use the join clause to relate the two databases, the two data, but the teams table and the league table are completely different tables with different ID integers, and the tables don't have any other table that is linked the two tables. I asked my tutor, and he said I have to use critical thinking, and I have been on the work for over 2 months.
Oh, I don't see that last part. But
Oh yeah, it's a few messages down. But that's the last of it. So maybe you could suggest some resources on, like, when you're stuck. Maybe even asking ChatGPT.
Yeah, but it literally says that there is no link between the two tables.
Oh.
Well, if there's no link between the two tables, then how do you link the two tables? They're just two separate tables, or am I being really silly here? I have a solution for this.
Okay.
Join the Discord community.
That's a good
There's
idea.
about 1,700 data enthusiasts. There's a specific channel called Data Support to solve data problems. If you go in there and you post about it, there's going to be another 1,700 people who will help you solve the problem. So link is in the description. It's my data community. It's our data community. Completely free to join. Just click on my invite link. Once you get invited, hit accept. And start posting there. If you get active, trust me, people will answer your question. They will.
Yeah, you'll get some help on there.
Yeah, you can post actually the specific data sets with specific links and all the problems you have.
Look what Tesla put. That's really exciting.
All right, let's see. So Tesla put, hello, Mo and Nicole. I recently interviewed for a data science role and expect an offer. Woo, nice. They asked about salary expectations and relocations, and I wasn't sure how to respond. I also have a chance to study for a free master's in data science in Croatia. Considering my country's lower pay, studying in Europe might offer better opportunities. What do you think I should do? Well, okay. First of all, Teslam, you have been following me for a while, so fantastic that you're progressing. Yeah. Hopefully my content helps you a little or a lot. I mean, just let me know. So in terms of the offer, obviously that's completely up to you to accept or not. I don't know what your home country is, and I don't want to make assumptions. But Croatia is a European country, so wages will be, I don't know, I'll say a completely random number now. Entry-level data analyst, 20,000 euros, 25, something like that. So if it's a good salary, then yeah, sure, relocate. If it's not, then don't. In terms of salary negotiations, I actually just filmed something on this yesterday, and the video is going to have 3 sections. It's about 50 minutes long. Technical skills, soft skills, and salary negotiation. So if you watch that video, you'll know everything. But to give you a really, well, I guess simple summary, one great skill and one very important skill to have in the corporate world is to know your own worth. Don't be afraid to ask for what you think you are worth. But then at the same time, what you think you are worth and what you are worth, they should align. Because if you cannot benchmark yourself and you cannot put a price tag on your own value, then yeah, that's not good, because how do you know what to ask for? So you could ask your friends, go on LinkedIn, reach out to people in the industry, or just go on Glassdoor and type in Glassdoor, data analyst, average salary, this company. And then you can literally look at other people's salaries. So that's a good way to benchmark yourself.
Croatia's nice.
Croatia's nice, by the way. Yeah,
really nice.
Beautiful beaches. That's where they filmed the Game of Thrones. A part of it. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Part of it. Yeah.
So we've already done that.
It's this question now.
Mike Jones. I have 3 interviews coming up next week. Learn the basics of Excel and Tableau from your channel, even some of your Excel projects and Tableau projects. That's nice.
Oh, Mike. Well, thanks so much. I'm glad you like the videos, and we are gonna have Power BI projects as well very soon.
Yeah.
Featuring Nicole. So we were meant to film today, but Nicole's never filmed something like this, so she's in the procrastinating phase now.
No, I'm just nervous, and I've been busy recently, so I just wanted a day of rest.
So yeah, apparently we're filming tomorrow now. So yeah, expect the Power BI project to drop very soon. It's going to be, the usual, not just aimlessly doing stuff. It's going to be hands-on, applicable data skills, end-to-end. And yeah, make sure you tune in, because it's definitely something that I'm not great at. I'm okay at Power BI, but certainly not great. So I don't want to teach you something that I'm not an expert at, because if I want you to learn something, I want you to learn it from the best, or at least the best that I know and that we can produce. So that's Nicole. All right, Mohammed Hamza Malani is saying, so I have interviewed for a couple of positions at startups in London. And the problem that came in was that they wanted someone who is full-time. Well, yeah.
I think at a startup, that's quite normal because it's very hands-on for startups. I know someone who I'm very close with who she's worked at 2 startups in the past few years, and it's always quite, the nature of her work sounds very chaotic and very much, she's got a very full schedule. So I feel like they would prefer full-time.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get a position, just what is it, part-time position at a startup. Larger companies, they get to afford this kind of stuff, so that's the place I would look. I don't know of a single person who works part-time in startups, but I do know of many people who work part-time at large organizations, including my own. Like, I literally know people personally who are like that. All right, next question. Mohammed Omer. Your opinion on Microsoft Fabric, a new data analytics tool in the market. I presume that's some kind of AI tool.
Okay.
Do you want to Google it? That'll be my best guess.
Looked into it. 1 second.
All right, I'm just going to do a quick Google search. Apologies, Microsoft Fabric.
Yeah, it is.
AI-powered analytics platform. Yeah, fantastic. My take on AI, honestly, is that every single day they roll out 100 new things or 150 or 200 new things, and the core of it is exactly the same.
Oh, sorry. Yes, this is in Power BI. It's good.
Yeah, I understand it's good, but it's my problem with these AI tools and the people want to approach it is that you want to, like, you have no clue about data analytics, and then you try and use AI to get a shortcut to mastering data analytics. Now, imagine if people already know data analytics, and then they use AI to get a shortcut to be way better than you. So don't think about AI as a replacement that you can be lazy and you don't have to learn anything. That's not what AI is for. AI is for people like me and then people in the industry and people who already have skills. Like, you don't have to be in the industry, but you need to have skills. And using AI, you can complement the skills that you already have to take it to the next level. Because again, yes, sure, you could do basic stuff in AI, but I can guarantee you, when you go to work, if you want to get by using ChatGPT and some code and write some Excel formulas and functions, or even Power BI DAX functions, you won't be able to, because work is a lot more complicated than that. So many data sources, you have no idea where the data is. You actually have to speak to people, understand their requirements. AI cannot do that as of now. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm sure it's a good tool. It's just, honestly, my take on these AI tools is that give me one that'll stick, and I'm going to get so good at it, and I'll probably make an end-to-end project. Just give me one that actually sticks. Cool. Next question. Oh, question for Nicole. There we go. How can I leverage my PM, as in product manager background, to land a BA, as in business analyst role?
Product manager, well, you've got a lot of understanding for whatever industry you're in, because as a product manager, I'm assuming it's product manager, not.
I just said PM, product manager.
Yeah, I didn't know if it's project.
No, he just said before.
Yeah, oh, yeah, of course. As product managers, the ones that I work with, they know their portfolios through and through. And to know your portfolios, you have to know the industry. To land a BA role, industry knowledge is key. You have to understand the data and how it applies to the markets and what good looks like, what bad looks like. You can straight away highlight any pain points. So when you're going through your analytics, your insights that you're providing to your stakeholders, you can straight away summarize it in a more effective way than someone who doesn't understand the products or doesn't understand the industry. So you can really leverage your experience as a PM to get a BA role.
Yeah, good answer. I'm not going to add anything to that, because the next question is actually, I'll say close to my heart. So Fasi Khan is asking, well, they're saying, hi Mo, I have an interview tomorrow at an accounting firm for a project trainee position in the data management department. How do I talk about the projects I have done in the past? First interview. So first of all, congratulations. I know you'll be nervous, but try and not be nervous. I know it's pretty bad advice to give. Yeah, but breathe, take a step back, and try and not to be that nervous. So I work in data management, actually, which is why I presume you put in data management specifically. So I'm a data and analytics analyst within the data and analytics department within the data management team. I would say, so the way you could talk about your projects, the best way to approach it is that simplify. just simplify it as much as you can. Remember that when you're telling a story or when you're explaining something, it's not about how much work you put in. Nobody cares how much work you put in or how complex the problem was. What people care about is how can you deliver those insights in the simplest possible way. Like if I am explaining something to you, Fasi, for example, I would put it in a way that you can understand it easily. So easily that even if you don't pay attention, you get what I'm saying. So I can ask you to do the actions that I want you to do. So that's it. Just honestly simplify it. And the other thing about interviewing is that it's a two-way interview. So I know it's a trainee position. They'll ask you a bunch of questions. Make sure you ask them questions as well, because you want to make sure this company is the right company for you. It's going to be your first interview, I presume first job as well, given that it's a trainee position. You want to make sure that that is the right job, because the first couple of years in your career, they matter like so much, proportionately more than whatever comes on later. Like if you do well initially, it'll propel you to have an amazing career. Whereas if you don't, you can still have an amazing career, but I can guarantee you it'll take you so much longer. Good answer.
That was very good.
Good question. I love the next one. Hamza already provided a solution, so let's jump through that.
Brittany.
Oh, you asked that. I want to answer.
Brittany Ellison, what's the best laptop to purchase for data analytics?
All right, so this for me is a really simple one to answer. So if you want the Windows laptop, I would personally recommend a Dell XPS 13, 15, 17 inch, up to you. In terms of CPU, get an Intel i5 at least, 16 gigs of memory, 512 gigs of what's storage? Yeah, SSD, solid state drive, and boom, you're done. You could get other brands, but these are the brands that I know in terms of the Windows space. Or you could get a MacBook. If you get a MacBook, I would say the M1 MacBook Air, the M2 MacBook Air, or the M3 MacBook Air. You cannot go wrong with them. You don't need a MacBook Pro 14-inch. You don't, to do your work. If you look at my work right now, my laptop here, secondhand. Phone, secondhand, right? Like I'm using good stuff, but you don't need the latest tech. You honestly don't, because you're not going to be doing heavy gaming or heavy video editing. So just try and buy a good, I wouldn't say budget laptop, but like budget premium laptop. So yeah, my personal favorite, sorry, I'll just put it out there. I think right now, on this day, the best buy you could get would be a secondhand M1 MacBook Air, because it'll be cheap, because the M3 is already out. And it's all you would ever need in terms of computing power. Yeah?
Yes.
Billy! Billy's always here.
Yeah, you can answer that one.
You want to read it?
Okay. Hey, Mo and Nicole, glad to be back. How important is for a data analyst to understand working with APIs, and would you recommend a text analyst project for someone to have in his project portfolio?
Well, I mean, understanding APIs, it's not that hard to understand. So their application programming interfaces on a good API is so self-explanatory that you can probably learn it in 5 minutes. So I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that unless you want to make your own APIs, which is obviously completely different. But then we're touching on software engineering, data engineering stuff. In terms of text analysis project, yes, I mean, natural language processing is a big thing, right? So by all means, Billy, by the way, I have a complete video on natural language processing. So I explain the theory, like what it is actually that's happening in the background. And I give you Python exercises as well, with a couple sentences that you can download, and obviously you can do it on your own. So that should be a good starting point. Make sure you check out the video. I have no idea what I titled it now, but if you search Mo Chen natural language processing, I can guarantee you YouTube will give you something.
Yeah. The next one you've got, I already know your answer. Econofit. As a future video, would you consider interviewing data analyst adjacent roles? I work in econ consulting, and I think many people limit their options by only pursuing roles with data analyst titles.
Econofit, thank you so much for asking this question. Honestly, I couldn't even have hired someone and paid them to ask this question this nicely.
You do have a video.
What, explaining this?
Yeah, with your friends.
Really?
Eric?
Oh yes, I
You
do have a
do?
video. Yeah, so
Oh, I thought that's...
yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that video. So I have a video where I interviewed 3 data professionals. One's a business analyst. One's a Cameron works for the same company as me, and he's a reference data manager. And then Stuart, obviously, he was the head of a lot of like
Innovation?
data, innovation, but a lot of data departments in general. So I absolutely agree. Data analyst, guys, is just a title. And I literally talked about this yesterday as I was filming and talking into the camera. So being a data analyst is just a title. Like, you don't have to be a data analyst to be good at data analysis. Data analysis is a transferable skill. Data analyst is purely a title. So remember this. If there's only one thing you take away from this live stream, is that data analysis, transferable skills. Being a data analyst, just a job title, nothing special. This is my first...
Preach it.
Yeah, this is my first job where my official job title is data and analytics analyst. I was never a data analyst before, but I always worked with data, and I had to use complex big data. Before, when I was a risk graduate, an insights analyst, a credit portfolio manager, it didn't matter. I was working with lots and lots of data. I just wasn't a data analyst. So I would absolutely... I already opened up my whole channel, by the way. It's not just for data analysts, and I'm going to put it out there now. And your end goal shouldn't be becoming a data analyst. Your goal should be to learn new data skills and implement that in your job, because let's be realistic here. You guys all want to be data analysts. Now, how many data analyst positions are out there? Not that many compared to the demand, right? So more than likely, if there's 100 people on this call, 45 people, one of you will get a data analyst job. I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm just saying that to be realistic. You don't have to become a data analyst. I don't want to become a data analyst forever or be a data analyst. I don't care if my next job title says something else.
I like my next job title.
What's your next job title? Can you give it away or no?
Yeah. Oh. It's senior analyst.
Oh, well, Nicole's going to be a senior analyst. But yeah, who cares? It's just a job title. I mean, come on. It's like, I don't care what car I drive. It's the same kind of thing. It's a status symbol.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Okay, so the next one, Mohammed. How's learning Looker Studio? Is it really worth to spend time on it? But we've never tried with Looker Studio. I know it's free and available, more accessible to people. I do see job roles asking for Looker Studio. I saw that quite a lot, and I wasn't aware of it. And it was because I saw it so much, I actually went out and started looking at it, and it's Google's version.
The only thing I know about Looker is that people hate it.
Well, yeah, but it's free and accessible. So it's maybe a good place to start with visualizations.
I think learn it if you have extra time, but I stand by Tableau and Power BI because they're the most popular. So just because you see one job description that says Looker, there's going to be 99 other job descriptions that will say Tableau and Power BI. And this is about prioritization. You cannot get good at everything. So get good at the stuff that most people want.
Yes, but I did see it enough to make me research it. Would you like to read the next one?
I will. Hi, Mo. I'd really appreciate if you could roughly share the proportion share of time spent in meetings, calls, personal time to prepare reports, and some free time, if any. Oh, I guess I'm answering my own question. Meetings, calls, personal time. All right, so I'm at the point where I'm at the level now where I drive a lot of projects. So for me, I spend a lot of times in meetings, calls, and I have little personal time now. So I think it used to be that I had, when I started out and I was more junior, I spent 50 to 75% of my time crunching stuff, like actually doing hardcore analysis, and 25% of the time in meetings and other stuff. I would say now this is more like 30% of my time head down, just doing something. 70% of my time, it's stakeholder meetings, calls, driving initiatives, figuring out things, talking to the right people, making sure that we have things we need for the projects and stuff, which again goes to show that technical skills, even though some people might think they're everything, they're not everything.
I feel like that says a lot about your outwork personality. You know, the insights test that a lot of companies make people take. I feel like you're a red and a green. I'm a green, so I don't want to talk to anyone.
No.
I would prefer to be out of meetings, so a lot of my work, my communications by email for like clarification, and then meetings are only if necessary. Like if it cannot go in an email, then it's a meeting.
I mean, I don't love speaking to people at work, but I think it's different at work because if I need something, I'll speak to someone. But my meetings never overrun, for
Yeah, but
example.
you're a good driver.
Yeah, it's because I keep people, I engage them and I know what I want from the meeting. I'm telling you now, there's going to be so many times in your career when you walk into a meeting, people talk for 50 minutes or 55, meeting ends, and you're like, okay, what next? And there's no what next. You just talked for an hour.
Oh gosh, that drives me crazy.
Yeah, shocking.
I've had many calls with like that.
Yeah. Do you want to ask the next question from Tesla? Yeah.
Hi Mo, have you ever been scared on taking a role when you were starting out?
Yes, my investment banking one. I wasn't scared. I was more so anxious a little bit, and I think you have to be quite unintelligent to not be scared or at least be a little bit anxious, because the way I see it is that most smart people doubt themselves, and it's completely normal to doubt yourself. It's because the moment you start doubting yourself is the moment you know enough that you probably know very little, right? So that's the moment. It's a humbling experience. The moment you go out there and you compete with the best. So I did my investment banking time in London, and clearly the talent in London is pretty insane. So to get that role, you have to fight. You have to really fight hard. And then when you start your role, it was my first time in investment banking. I wouldn't say I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I mean, it wasn't easy. People didn't just explain things to me. Like my manager didn't just come to me like, oh, hey, Mo, we're going to have a one-to-one on how to do investment banking today. It was really just, learning by doing. So yeah, Tesla, don't worry too much about it. The fact that you have an offer, take it as a huge positive, because you already have a choice to make, right? You either accept the offer or you do your master's in Croatia. So the choice is yours. And that's the key. You want the choice to be yours.
But also, just going back to that, when he was talking about the salary and the relocation, also know your own worth, because remember when I got that offer and I was like so desperate to move on, and you were like, don't take it. It's not a move forward. It's not even a lateral. Like you saw it as a move back, even though it was a more senior position. And I'm so glad I did not take that role, because I just needed to be reminded of my own worth in the job market. So do think about your own worth before moving forward.
Oh, I'm extending the session, by the way. I made the executive decision. You can leave in 15 minutes.
Okay. I'm trying really hard today, because last time I was so tired. I was a bit conscious afterwards. I was like, I hope people didn't think I was like drunk. I was just so tired. I'm enjoying
the questions
today.
Yeah,
they're really nice questions, guys.
Yeah, great questions, guys. Because usually it's more like, how do I become a data analyst? And then, this is like asking, okay, how do I become a doctor? And I'm like, okay, hard to answer. But tomorrow is a bank holiday for us, actually. So, it's not like I go to bed that early. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the questions today. So I'm going to extend it. I don't know until when.
The next question is so exciting.
Who's asking it?
Nancy fam.
Go.
I am a self-taught data analyst for Zoos Aquariums. That's so cool.
Is it a company you know?
No, it's just cool because I love aquariums.
Oh, for zoos and aquariums. Okay, I see.
I love aquariums. Okay, I've lost the question. Okay. What's better? Being the only data analyst and earning little but have lots of autonomy and room to grow, or earn 3 times more elsewhere that's not in my domain?
All right, Nancy, if you put it this way, 3 times more elsewhere, 3 times more elsewhere. But if the salary difference wasn't 3 times, then I would say do something you truly enjoy doing. I mean, I don't know how much money you have, right? I'm going to put it out there. If money doesn't matter, follow what you want to do and what your dream is.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah, if money doesn't matter.
Do what brings you joy. If money isn't
if money is an issue,
priority.
Yeah, if money is an issue, which, come on, it is for most of us. It is definitely for me. I think 3 times more is so much more. Yeah, it's so much more that, I mean, I would take it personally. And then if I don't like it, I do it for 3 years. But in those 3 years, I made enough money, like respectively, as compared to 9 years in the other role. So
it is actually a conversation we've had, is do you possibly relocate, earn a lot more just for a few years and come back home? And it was something we actually discussed quite seriously. but you had to outweigh.
Yeah, for me, I think the multiple was 3-4 times. So 3-4 times, it's worth it. Anything under, like if they just doubled my salary and sent me somewhere else and I had to move, it's not worth it, because like the only thing I really want to pay off is the mortgage. I don't want to have a jet. I don't want to have a yacht. I don't want to have expensive clothes. I don't care about expensive cars. I don't even care about expensive tech. I buy like everything secondhand. So the stuff I like, running, free. Paddleboarding, relatively cheap. Being active, being happy, these are like pretty simple things that you can do in life with relatively little money. But Nancy, honestly, I don't know if this is a problem you have right now, but if it is a problem you have right now, if it was me personally, I would go with the 3 times more money. What about you?
Well, if we take out any other leading factors, like if finance was, my main priority, I would stay with the zoos and aquariums.
Okay. Nicole loves animals, so yeah. I think Kunal is the next question.
Yes. Which topics should I prepare for financial analyst role interview except Excel, Python, SQL, and Power BI? By the way, I am a commerce graduate.
Which topics
should I prepare for outside of like technical?
Yeah, it's a financial analyst. Okay, so given that you're going to be a financial analyst, right? What you listed, those are technical skills. Those are not topics to me. They won't.
It says except outside of technical skills.
Oh, outside of. Okay. Now I love the question. And apologies for misinterpreting the question. So for a financial analyst role, obviously you have to know the current market conditions. So I have no idea what country you're in. If you're in the UK, know the current UK, economic conditions. Obviously, it's a financial analyst role for a company. What kind of company is it? Is it an e-commerce company? It's completely different to be a financial analyst for Amazon compared to being a financial analyst for banks. Banks are heavily regulated. They need different capital requirements, different balance sheet structures. So these are the things you should look into. Study the company, prepare, and over-prepare. Like, know the company you're going to have the interview with.
Yes.
Know their products, know their services, like know what they're selling, know at least how the company is making money. As a financial analyst, you'll be interpreting balance sheets, profit and loss statements. So if you look at it, it's not that hard. Income, okay, top level. Where does the income come from? Okay, products and services, or whatever else we sell. We lease stuff. Okay, we have costs. We have fixed costs, offices, heating, whatever that is. We have variable costs. We have other costs like staff. Okay, and then you just start looking through and you try and understand, okay, how does this company actually make money?
I think in every interview I've had, even with my graduate scheme, they ask why this industry. And for my future role that I start in like 2 weeks' time, they asked in that interview why the medtech healthcare industry, and they were saying, why did you go into it, or what was your main reason for staying into it? And I was like, and my actual answer shocked and pleased her, and you could tell on her face. So really think of your answer and make it a good one.
What'd you say?
I said I never chose to be in the healthcare industry. It was actually a complete accident. However, I chose to stay because I see the impact it makes and the good it brings to people's lives. And she was like, oh, you chose to stay. That's really nice. She was like, that's a good answer.
Oh, yeah. On this note, be honest.
Yeah, be honest in your interviews. But exude the values that the specific company put on their webpage. Yeah. If they say we are passionate, then be passionate when you talk.
Teslim is saying he's joining Discord soon to help out. Great. Teslim, get on Discord. Let's help each other out. It's a great community. It's where I am most active, by the way. So guys, if you want to get a hold of me, not with questions like, Mo, any jobs going, or Mo, phone me, help me now, but like, a little bit more sensible questions, then yeah, get on that. I actually don't have to even answer the questions because the people who are on there are so knowledgeable that you just answer each other's questions, which is exactly why I created a space.
Yeah, sorry, I just love what people are putting in the chat. It's really nice. Chandrim, thank you, Mo, for answering my comment. I'm definitely trying my best to become a data analyst. I honestly see your every video and I love it. And I'm from India, but other countries and analyst creator, I follow you. Thank you again. And please make more videos and help me. Love heart. I thought it was really nice.
I will make more videos and I really hope they help you. So yeah, Chandrim, it's honestly, it's for people like you and hopefully other people who genuinely get value out of the content I make. That's where I get my happiness. So yeah, I don't get my happiness from people who come onto my channel and, you know, if it's like top 5 tips video, they just click into it, they click away the moment they literally just find out about the tips, because that's not value add, is it? I sit there, really put in my heart and soul into those top 5 tips. And even though I do have, you know, stuff like I have my own products and services, the stuff I put into the free videos, as in everything, and the daily tips on LinkedIn, and unfortunately the newsletter, which was completely free, but I simply actually don't have time for right now to write it anymore. So I canceled it. I said goodbye this week. There was so much knowledge in there that if you just follow those steps, you can genuinely get a data analyst job. And I know this because I gave away a free coffee catch-up 2-3 weeks ago to one of my subscribers, who's also a subscriber on YouTube, but on Career Compass as well, the now retired newsletter. His name is Yassir, and he was a data analyst already. And he came to the call, and it was a 15-minute coffee catch-up, and I really appreciated it because in the first 5 minutes, he just thanked me on how good the newsletter is, like how many insights it's given him. And he's already a data analyst. And that's when I realized, I was like, wow, okay, this is really a good newsletter. Like this guy who's already a data analyst still gets so much out of it. And that's when I felt a bit proud.
You should.
Yeah.
Where are we?
I think Eric is the next question, no?
Hey Mo, love the Tableau series. I've learnt so much from you. Petition for you to do a Tableau project once a month.
Nah, Eric, I think you would hate me by the end of month 3. So it's probably a bit too many. I think I have 3 or 4 now. But yeah, like I said, Nicole's Power BI project is coming out soon. But I will definitely keep on doing Tableau projects. I just, I feel like if I have nothing great to create, I just don't do it. I don't want to be one of those channels I just throw out a video just for the sake of, you know, throwing out a video and filling the gap. I don't want to fill the gap. I want every piece of content that I put out to speak to you and for you to learn something from it, something valuable. Yeah.
Yeah. Mohammed, do you have any experience in SPSS, STATA, or SAS?
SPSS, I have no clue what it is. Stata, I used it during my master's degree. And SAS is a very SQL-like coding language. It is, I think it's pretty rubbish. I hate it. It's legacy. I would not learn it if I were you because it's super legacy. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's a quick take.
Okay. Krantikumar?
No, I'll let you answer this one. No?
Okay.
Let me read it, please.
Kumar.
Krantikumar Marathi. I bet I butchered it, but anyway.
Nice name.
How important is practical experience compared to academic qualifications in data analytics? Can you recommend any resources or platforms where aspiring data analysts can work on real-world projects? Oh, I should have answered this.
Why don't you answer it then?
Okay, so practical experience beats academic qualifications any day of the week. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, so experience, number 1. If you don't have experience, this is where you're going to have to get your credibility. And this is through certifications and projects and everything. So let me see. Recommend any resources or platforms? Well, should we start with the free ones?
Yeah.
What's good? That's free. Oh, my portfolio project playlist.
I was just about to say your portfolio. That's what the Power BI project's going to be around. It's going to be, I've tried to take examples that I would actually use at work and put them in a portfolio project so that if you get a job, you're kind of used to the data.
Yeah, portfolio project playlist. My portfolio project playlist is great. I think if you just want to learn for the sake of learning, as in not to implement anything, W3 schools.
I was thinking that as well. Yeah, I really love W3 schools.
And then for the paid resources, what am I going to recommend here? Oh yeah, Course Careers. Honestly, it's I've been partnering with them. They have a data analytics course. They have a free introductory course. They give you a certification at the end. So if you want to do that, do that. If you're not bothered about certifications, you just want to learn applicable data skills, check out my ultimate data roadmap. It includes technical skills, soft skills, communication, domain knowledge, basically everything. If you want a great project, again, my ultimate data portfolio, very, very good. Not free. So if you're after free stuff, W3 Schools, my portfolio project playlist, and I think you're set. Is that a good way? And watch all of my videos that I titled something along the lines of how I'd become a data analyst.
Yeah. Desmond's from Nigeria. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people in Nigeria. Wow.
Yeah, you have quite a big Nigerian origin.
Do you want to read the next question?
Jack for all trades. If you were 18 again, what would be your field of study? The same, or would you change? I know my answer.
Oh, you go first then.
I would change. I was speaking this with our friend Sam.
Oh, wait, can I guess?
There's two.
Some kind of engineer.
There's two.
Some kind of engineer.
That's one of them.
Okay.
But Sam made me think of another.
Biologist.
No.
Wildlife preservation specialist.
No.
Landscaper.
No.
No idea.
Game designer.
Game designer. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So either an engineer, probably a mechanical engineer. So I can get my hands dirty.
Nicole loves building stuff.
I built something yesterday, didn't I?
Yeah, a bird. What is it called?
It's a 2-story birdhouse.
Yeah.
But it's big.
Yeah. But that's why Nicole's Power BI projects are great as well, because her dashboards are kind of like building a story, which is what you want at work, right? Because when you look at it, you're like, oh, wow, okay, this is good. It's almost like an app.
Yeah.
So pay attention.
What's yours?
If I was 18 again, oh my God, what would I study now?
Probably you would have gone down the computer science.
Probably, yeah, something even more technical.
Yeah,
so I have a lot of ideas, and if I had a different kind of coding skill set, I probably would have coded up my own startup now. Let it be anything, because coding is a skill set, and then as long as I have an idea, I can make it happen. But unfortunately, I'm not a software engineer. I haven't got a clue how to code up apps and websites. So dream for another lifetime.
Yeah.
Maybe. But actually, it's either that or something around business and entrepreneurship. I think through YouTube and my own social media, / content creation company, I learned a lot. And yeah, something in the educational space as well.
Like
maybe
be a good lecturer,
teaching other people. Because honestly, my whole ultimate goal with this YouTube channel for my audience is really for you guys. With this channel, I want to help you so you can get a data job, so you can live a life at least as good as mine. And that's why I say oftentimes there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. You know, you watch social media nowadays and everybody's trying to become their own boss and all of that. But I mean, realistically, think about how many of the startups fail. It's hard. It's so hard. I can guarantee you now that for me going to work at my 9 to 5, I'm not saying it's that easy, but come on, it's much easier. There's like another 50,000 people at my company who do it. Whereas working on my own content creation company, it's infinitely harder. I cannot even compare the difficulty of the two.
Should we go to the next?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Do you want to check out?
No, I can stay for 5 more minutes, I guess.
Okay, let me ask you this. Econofit. That's a great question. I think Econofit already asked the question, but I like this one. What project accomplishment are you most proud of in your professional experience?
Mine's probably not what you would expect. And my current team recently asked me this because I'm going to be leaving. They were just curious. But I ran very regular training sessions for Power BI for our end users of our apps and reports. And it was very rewarding seeing people, you know, really try and learn a new platform, a new way of working, because obviously if all of your company's data is on Power BI, but there's no formal training on how to use it and like all the different features, it's quite overwhelming. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment, because that was something I curated and, you know, built the training framework all by myself and then put it out. And I got like, I think in altogether around 300 participants over a few months. So
oh wow,
that was really nice.
That was really nice.
What about you?
You know, one thing I'm checking.
What?
It's my battery's on almost nothing.
Can you charge it whilst it's filming?
not right now. So
yeah, maybe you go till the battery dies.
Yeah, I'll go until the battery dies,
If
guys.
it suddenly goes black,
So
then
yeah, that'll be me. Not well. I mean, I
they'll
charge
still
my
be able
battery.
to hear you, though, won't they?
Yeah, but
That's
I mean,
hilarious.
okay. So let me answer this one as well. I think I have about 10% left on the camera battery, so we'll see. I only planned it for an hour, but then I extended it. Now I'm taking it back. So apologies if I got anyone's hopes up, but it's not like I think we would get through all of these because there's quite a couple left. So my professional, well, okay, what's the proudest I've been at work? Oh my God. I don't know, actually. I cannot recall a single time when there was something major. I think I'm really happy at work when I get to enable other people to work with data. Like people who think working with data is extremely difficult. And if I can make it 1% less difficult for 1,000 people or 10,000 people at a scale, I'm really happy because then I'm making an impact. And to me, ultimately, that is the goal, is to try and help others at work as well, to give them the tools to succeed. Because it's not enough if I just create a great dashboard, for example. If nobody knows how to use that dashboard, it's not a good dashboard because then I just, I'm going to look at it myself. So yeah, for me, it's the addition of the mini successes and enabling others to live their best data lives. That would be a good accomplishment. Should we do 2 more questions? I think it's definitely going to last 2 more.
I also,
okay, which okay,
that's been retracted. I can still see those messages.
Okay, let me pick one.
Sorry, guys. The camera's gonna die.
So. Yeah, the camera's gonna die, so I'm just gonna go with last 2 questions. Okay, I'll pick this one. The Jam 2478. What would be the best way to find and apply to different data analyst roles on LinkedIn?
I just searched analyst and I set my criteria. Mine was remote, UK, with my salary expectations, but sometimes that hinders your search because they don't put any salary expectation. And then sometimes it's like the level of seniority. And then I just go through every single one. And then I read the descriptions of every single one, save them if they apply to me or what I'm looking for. And then I do like a mass apply for the specific companies that mostly are intriguing me. Yeah, and applying on their website, don't just easily apply.
And on that, let me just add one more thing. So I made a video titled How to Optimize Your LinkedIn Profile to Get a Data Analyst Job, or literally any job. I mean, the concepts apply in all fields. So make sure you watch that video. It has literally everything. I'm giving away the way I set up my profile. So watch that. That should help you a lot in terms of exposure. Can this be the last question from Sarush Nazari? All right, so Nicole is getting really tired, so we're going to cut this short. Not because she's getting really tired, but I mean, this live was meant to be for an hour, so we're 4 minutes over. But yeah, last question, guys, from Sarush Nazari. Is it better to work for a company where you're one of the most talented people and earn less, or to work for a well-known company and earn a lot? Now, this is like, do you want to be a big fish in a small pond, or do you want to be a tiny fish in a big pond?
It's a very good analogy.
Well, yeah, it's an analogy that people use often.
Oh, is it?
I didn't just make it up. Yeah.
Oh, I thought so brilliant in that moment.
It depends on you. Look, obviously, the best case scenario is you want to be a big fish in a big pond. Now, if you cannot be a big fish in a big pond, think about this. What matters to you more, status or money, right? If status matters to you more, then obviously go for be the most talented person in the small company. But if money matters to you most, and in this case, you say that you could work for a well-known company and earn a lot, then yeah, just go for a big company and earn a lot and, just be a number on the sheets, and then that's it. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, do whatever makes you happy. Money isn't everything. I truly believe that there is a threshold in the corporate world after which more money doesn't actually bring you more happiness. It definitely doesn't, because all you're doing is you're sacrificing more of your time and your mental health for more money. So imagine you're on a great 80K job at the moment, working as an analyst. You have no one reporting into you, and then you report into someone quite senior, so it's almost like you have no responsibility, right? As long as you do your work well. And then there's another job where you make twice the money, $160,000. But then all of a sudden you would have to manage 10 people. Now I'm telling you, you'll be stressed. Managing people is not easy. You rarely inherit the perfect team. You just don't in the corporate world. You don't just go and choose, the Michael Jordans of the world, or if you watch football, as in soccer, the Ronaldos and the Messis, or NFL, I don't know, the Tom Bradys. So these are not the people who will make up your team. Then you're going to have a problem. Is that if a project fails, it's not the 10 people who are below you that are going to be the issue. You will be the issue. So yeah, these are things to think about. Money really isn't everything. And I actually think oftentimes I would probably take the role with less money just to, not worry too much about it, because not everyone's meant to be a manager. But that's not saying you shouldn't go for that. Yeah, should we end on that?
Yeah, there's some really nice messages.
For all of those nice messages, honestly, just join the Discord. The link is in the description. It's a great free data community, and there's a lot of people who will answer your questions. There's data support in there, portfolio project review, resume review, like you name it, we have it in there. As long as you want to get a career in data, it's in there. People will help you. If you want daily free tips, follow me on LinkedIn. I've been growing quite good, actually, because I've been posting quite often. So I guess the information is not bad that I talk about. It's not just absolute rubbish. Otherwise, watch the videos. And where else can you follow me?
Well, if you just want a bit of chill lifestyle stuff, you've got your Instagram.
Oh, yeah, I've got my Instagram, but I'm telling you now, it's for personal stuff. Like, I will not post data stuff. I will post a picture of me walking Rocket. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, come to my Instagram, because what I see is my Instagram followers, they go up and then they go down immediately because they land on my profile and they're like, oh, okay, I'll follow this guy. And it's like, oh, no data stuff. Oh my God, this guy is not legit. I'm not following this guy. So Instagram is only for personal stuff. Yeah. And oh yeah, I'm on Twitter as well. I have a mere 18 or 17 followers because I have no clue what I want to do in the space. So if you want to be one of the early followers, yeah, just follow me. I don't even know what my handle is. It is in the description below.
I have never been on your Twitter.
Well, sorry. Yeah, I rarely go on my Twitter, but yeah, I'm going to do something in that space as well. But I just want to say thank you so much for showing up, asking great questions. I will keep on making the best content that I can produce from the bottom of my heart. And I think I'm going to make it more educational. I think lately, I have to be honest with you and with myself, my content has been, it's been good, but has it been really good? I don't know. I'm quite critical sometimes.
Just know you still put all the effort you did before into it and more. Like a lot of love goes into your content and a lot of care.
Yeah, but I
critical.
Yeah, I am critical, but I want to really provide all the value that I can. So the video that's coming out on Wednesday is going to be a big one. And if you just listen to that, there's some invaluable life lessons in there. I'm sharing my industry secrets with you. So make sure you pay attention to that. Should we end it?
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You can see